Fortnite's Marvel season is titled Absolute Doom. From the big Disney announcement to the entire Battle Pass, here's a breakdown of everything we know. A season named Absolute Doom is naturally headlined by Doctor Doom in his full glory, but it gets even better. The Battle Pass is packed with crossovers, starting with Gwenpool at Tier 1. As you progress, you'll unlock Mysterio, Emma Frost, and War Machine. It's not just Marvel characters. Epic has also mashed up some iconic heroes to create Captain Jonesy. You should know that Doom is the secret skin available later in September, but you'll still want to reach Tier 100 to unlock Shuri. Like the previous season, these skins won't just be for show, they'll come with their own mythics, giving players superpowers. Captain America's shield is finally returning from 2019, allowing you to block damage, throw it at enemies, and charge at them with a shield bash. It looks similar to the old one but is upgraded to the next level. It'll be especially useful against Doom bots around Castle Doom, a new POI arriving on the island after Doctor Doom summons it with magic. This massive location in the northeast will allow you to fight enemies and take on Doom himself as a boss. Defeat him before anyone else and you'll get the new Doom gauntlets, which have been revamped to shoot a beam of energy that destroys anything in its path. This power will be particularly handy when breaking your favorite villains out of Marvel's maximum security prison, the Raft. This new location near Pleasant Park will replace the area and provide a spot to swim to and loot. Expect it to be heavily guarded, so be prepared for a fight, and you might even find the Iron Man mythic. Iron Man's repulsors are officially returning next season, but these aren't the same ones from Endgame. These new ones allow you to hover, enter flight mode, and shoot a unibeam instantly. If that wasn't enough, you can dive onto enemies with an explosive landing. These are just a taste of the superpowers coming, especially with the Fantastic Four dropping later in the season. Disney's blog mentioned Doctor Doom arriving with the iconic superhero family but quickly changed it to refer to them as his enemies. Whether this was a slip-up or a mistake is unclear, but it wouldn't be surprising to see all 4 members arrive later this season. You won't have to wait to explore the third new POI, which seems to be replacing the lavish lair. Instead of the giant society mansion on the map, this will soon become the town of Latveria, ruled by Doom. While Doom may run the place, you can infiltrate and take control for yourself with the insane War Machine mythic. This weapon is literally an arsenal at your disposal, featuring a flight pack, automated turret, missiles, and even dual machine guns. It's basically a mini-mech from Season X, and it's likely going to be overpowered. If there's one weapon that could take it down, it's Fortnite's most iconic weapon, the Scar. For a split second in the trailer you can spot Triggerfish holding it, but take a closer look, and you'll notice it's not a normal weapon wrap, it's the Nocturno from Save the World. Whether this was a mistake on Epic's part, or a new version of the weapon, remains to be seen. You might remember the Black Panther mythic from the first Marvel season, which reduced damage and blasted it back at opponents. Epic seems to agree it wasn't the best because they've upgraded it with Shuri's claws, allowing for slash attacks, spins, and a kinetic blast from vibranium armor. There are some obvious things in the trailer, but you might have missed the crazy detail shown for just half a second, a strange set of spikes in the skyline that doesn't look like any mountain on the island. Instead, it resembles Galactus. Whether he's back on the island or just an empty shell of his helmet is unclear, but we never truly defeated him in the Nexus War, so he could return. Also, check out Peely's choice of weapon, the dual SMG. After 4 years of being leaked and scrapped, Epic has finally brought it to life for the Marvel season. It looks powerful. If one SMG was tough enough, imagine 2. Another detail that's easy to miss is the return of a feature that only lasted a few months before being removed: the train. It arrived at the top of Chapter 5, only to be underwhelming before crashing in Season 3. Well, now it's back, and you can catch a glimpse of it passing in the background. Hopefully, Doom or Iron Man has upgraded it to make it worth checking out this time. You'll also want to check out the item shop for new arrivals straight from Deadpool's brain. He's created more Fortnite characters dressed in his iconic suit, joining Cuddlepool and Ravenpool from Chapter 2, this time giving us Fishpool. And that's not all. Our favorite banana is getting another skin this season, Dead Peely. Outside the D23 Expo, fans spotted a bunch of Peely vines joined by one Deadpool-themed banana. Whether this is an entirely different outfit or just a battle pass style remains to be seen. One thing that's certain is the return of the Stark rifle, which you can spot Hulk using in the trailer. The best part is that it still has the dynamic ability, making it faster when hip firing and slower but more precise when aiming down sights. You probably recognize most of the villains on Doom's team, from Mysterio to Emma Frost, but you might be asking, what is Meowls doing there? This is another Marvel mashup skin, this time a cross between our Buff Cat and Sabretooth, Wolverine's enemy. Basically, it means he and Peely are former workmates turned enemies. It's not just Marvel taking over the next season, Disney is also bringing their first Pixar characters to the game. Pete Docter, head of Pixar, revealed, The Incredibles are coming to Fortnite this fall, featuring Elastigirl, Frozone, and Mr. Incredible. These are just the start, with more on the way. All these collabs stem from Epic's giant crossover with Disney to build an entire immersive mode inside Fortnite. Unfortunately, the skins are just a taste for now because the full collab is still in development and won't be released until late 2026. But we might not have to wait long to take flight again. How else can you combat a flying Iron Man than with a chopper? They were spotted in the new trailer, and while some think it might just be for the cinematic, remember that in the first Marvel season, we got helicopters evolved, so fingers crossed. If we get this next collab, I might never choose to fly again, because there are rumors of Pixar bringing Lightning McQueen to the game. It makes sense, especially with more crossovers on the way, and him already in Rocket League. Speaking of crossovers, let's talk about other franchises owned by Disney. Insiders have revealed a rumor that The Simpsons are coming to the game in the future. That's right, we might finally be able to run around as Homer or Bart with a pump shotgun. I don't know what timeline we're living in, but it's wild. Even original skins are getting some love this season, with Hope getting a brand new remix. She's ditched the hat for cat earphones and a sleek new outfit that's perfect for leading a war against Dr. Doom. It won't be her only challenge, especially with Disney villains arriving this fall. We've battled enemies from Marvel, Star Wars, and even Alien, but now we're finally getting Disney animation characters in the game, specifically their villains. Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and even Maleficent are confirmed to be the first ones arriving later this year. They'll likely be the headliners for Fortnite Mares, taking place at the end of Season 4. According to the roadmap, it will feature a large event, possibly even Marvel Zombies alongside the Disney villains.